Now, it's time for another in our series looking at the stories behind famous songs.
Now, if The Voice had been around in the 80s, we know a brother-sister combo that Danny definitely would have turned around for.
Yeah, all together now. We're the kids in America. Whoa!
Some people are born to be in the spotlight and others are not. When Kim Wilde shot to fame with her very first record, her brother Ricky saw his singing career take quite a different turn.
Looking out a dirty old window.
The track Kids in America took the beautiful blonde from art school Rebel to CoverGirl Pin-Up overnight. But a number of years earlier, she'd been watching brother Ricky perform as a child star.
I remember going to watch him, all these girls screaming at him, and I just remember thinking, wow, I'd like some of that. I just knew that was my destiny.
But for Ricky, it was a different matter.
It turned me right off the whole fame thing, and I like being in the background and making the music, but I just really didn't want the fame that came with it, you know.
Of course, both Ricky and Kim were born into pop royalty. Their dad is Marty Wilde, one of the UK's first rock and roll singers, and mum is Joyce Baker of popular 1950s vocal group The Vernon's Girls. This is the house where Kim and Ricky grew up, and where mum and dad still live.
The influences were so great, it was written in the wind. Rick had left school and he started to write little bits of songs. It was pretty obvious he was going to head that way. Kim came right out of the blue.
I'd come up with a couple of ideas, so I went into the studio and Kim came in, recorded the backing vocals, and Mickey Most came in halfway through the session and saw Kim. Mickey Most in mid-70s to the 80s was kind of like the Simon Cowell of today. Mickey said, oh, she's got a good voice and she looks very good. I think that we could do something with her. And so I kind of overheard that and I thought, oh, OK, I could do something with this.
This is exactly where Ricky wrote Kids in America. In this very room. This very room.
Very room.
I could hear Ricky every night mucking around on this wasp thing that he had, and his guitar making a right old racket.
This little thing here.
That thing changed my life.
This is what I wrote Kids in America on, and the whole of the first album.
State of the art.
State of the art. It was my first synth. All the ideas came from that.
So you write Kids in America, but you are clearly the kids from the Shires.
Yeah. Yeah, but Kids in Hertfordshire didn't really...
Didn't have the same
ring.
America, it always struck me as just a great word for a song.
Dad Marty was enlisted to write the lyrics.
I'd seen a couple of teenage Americans on the news, and I thought, my goodness me, I mean, they're going to be one tough bunch, this lot. It was a very strong, new girl image coming through, and Kim is a bit different as well. I wanted to get this kind of attitude.
As soon as I started singing it, I made it my song. I always had a bit of a rock and roll attitude without ever really needing one, and that's what I put into the performance, and it seemed to work.
How did it feel being an overnight sensation and being a poster girl on every schoolboy's bedroom wall?
Well, of course, I wasn't in all those bedrooms, so I didn't really have a kind of an appreciation of that.
Probably just as well.
It's just as well. There was no charm school, no stylist, there was nothing. I was just dumped in the deep end, and I think that's what was my appeal. I think people liked that. There was an authentic person they were getting. That little top was from a jumble sale. My best mate had bought it and she lent it to me. And these are the boots. They saw a lot of action.
The track, released in January 1981, was an immediate hit in the UK, and Kim went on to build a massive international fan base, including thousands of kids in America. Since then, it's been covered by a whole range of artists, from One Direction to Nirvana.
Writing a hit song is, you know, of course, that's the genie in the bottle that everyone wants to, you know, it's $1 million question.
It just had an energy to it. When the chorus hits, it just hits you between the eyes. Where the kids might go, whoa, and it's that whole audience participation thing I think really helped it as well.
Instant impact.
Instant impact.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. They were saying that instant impact, that's the song that you all want. And I mean, you've had it a few times, but you've really got it with Hall of Fame.
A Hall of Fame.